Okay, so these are the tanks I'm testing today. You can see I always do my ammonia and then my nitrite, TRA with the one with the A, and then the nitrite here. Now I have multiple sclerosis, so this is actually very difficult for me because my hands shake sometimes, most of the time. So this is really great hand-eye coordination for me. So the first step is to take your step 1, and I have shake on the bottle because, let me try and get this one. After you put the 1 in it, you have to shake it. I know you probably think it's a silly thing to do, but you really need to shake that, otherwise you might not get good results. You can see I've done the first few. I haven't done the last 3, so let's do those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. And I always make sure to put the cap back on because I've noticed, I think these actually go up into the air because they evaporate, because I don't know why, but they go so fast. You know, I'll work with them for a couple of days. Oh, gotta put this down to open these bottles up. I'm just gonna open the next 3. I noticed that the bottles from one day to the next will be lighter, so I really think it's important to put the cap on. Okay, so now I'm doing my second one, the one with the A and nitrate. And this is the one to see if it's cycling or not. And here I need 10. Oops. So far these all look pretty good. If there was a problem, it normally would be dark by now. Again, put the cap on when you're done. And I try and make sure I know which cap goes to which to not mix things up. Is that what I just did here? Yep. Now this one was easier to do for me, for those people that are MSers with like me, because it's yellow and you can see it. So none of these should have any problems so far. Ammonia looks good, but it's not quite done. If I had any problem with cycling right now, they would already start turning brown. This is what makes it the orange color. This is harder for me to do. Because it's clear. But again, it's good practice for my fellow MS friends. So what I'm looking for my pretty pastels, and I might get it today. That means all of these are kind of pastel, none of them are dark. This middle one might be a problem. Now, those of you guys that are just cycling your tank out, it took me 6 weeks to cycle my 12 tanks. After that, once I had the sponges, I just put them in my other tanks, and it cycled within 48-72 hours. So this took a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears, my friends. It was terrible, and you have to do water changes every single day when you're cycling. Every day, you can't miss. What I mean by water changes, small water changes, like 20%. If you do big water changes, you'll completely blow your cycle. Okay, so this looks all pretty good to me. So right now I see no red flags. So this pretty pastel, a couple of these are a little on the dark side. Nothing is standing out to me as like really bad. So you can already see the purple in this. See, this is difficult for me to do too, because if I knock over one, we have a domino effect. But it's a good challenge for me for my multiple sclerosis to try and do this. So I'm doing it. Haha. So the nitrate is important because after you cycle your tank, well, let me back up. When you first cycle your tank, put in fresh water, you put in some, dechlorination, and you put in a couple fish. Or I think it's cruel actually to cycle with fish. So I cycle without fish. I'll put in a piece of chicken, or I'll put something, or a fish food in there, something that will create ammonia. Or you can get Dr. Tim's ammonia, and that will create ammonia too. Because I don't think it's good to cycle with fish. I think it's cool for them because it's up, down, all over the place. First thing that'll happen is that your ammonia is going to get real high. And that's going to be for a long time. After ammonias get real high, this is going to start to turn from yellow to orange. After this turns from yellow to orange, this over here, your nitrite, is going to start turning from blue to purple. Once it starts turning from blue to purple, you know your tank is pretty much cycled. When it's completely cycled is when you have this. No nitrate, low nitrite, and basically no ammonia. This is my pretty pastel, what I'm looking for right here for pretty pastels. Now I have a few red flags over here. So in tank 1, I'm going to do maybe 2 cups out. Tank 9, 2 cups out. My green tank, that's a 20 gallon. I'm probably going to take 4 gallons out. Tank 10 is a small, 2 cups out. Probably 2 gallons out. And my dragons, I might just take 10% off the top. Now another trick is, you can see this is pretty good. This dragon tank, it's pretty good. Actually no, I would, because that's kind of high for me. So I'm looking for an example. This one, tank 2. Tank 2, I might not do a water change. If you put a little bit of baking soda in, that will lower this. The problem with baking soda is 2 problems. First of all, you have to mix it with some water to dilute it, and then second of all, it will raise your pH. And some fish don't like that, so you have to be careful with baking soda. But I might put a little baking soda in tank 2. So I keep a notebook of each tank and what I've been doing. So let me look at tank 2 and see what I've been doing. I haven't put any baking soda in since a month ago, so I'd be comfortable putting some in now. If I put baking soda in last week, I'm not going to put baking soda in again. That's too much baking soda and it'll raise the pH too much. Let's look at tank 7. Tank 7, oof, tank 7 was a doozy. This one, it was red. The cycling was red, so I had to do so many water changes, and it didn't do anything until I completely took 90% out, took all animals out, and I washed off most of the things inside. Just left the filter in, washed off the media. Finally, it came down. That was a learning experience. So I keep notes. I keep notes of each and every tank that I do, so that I can remember exactly what's going on, and each tank is different sometimes. So now I'm going to start doing water changes that I'm not going to be able to show you because I need both of my hands for. But you can see these 4 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4 I'm very concerned about. It's too high. This one I'm semi-concerned about. semi-concerned about. So I probably will do water changes on every single one of these, and this one I'll just take a cup out just for good luck. So alright, I'll be back in a while because it's going to take some time now. Bye!